Hello again. I thought I'd bring you one more tale from my time spent on the pubs and clubs of Aberdeen many years ago, and this tale comes from about maybe 18 or so years ago. And at this point I was doing shifts, like I mentioned before, midweek in student venues. So we'd main job of the weekends, student venues of the week, and that's how we paid the bills, and that was fine. And this particular venue had a fancy dress night on that night, and the place was full of students, all in fancy dress. There were superheroes, there were book characters. The best one though that sticks in my head was a young lady, very attractive young lady, dressed like a kebab, like a full-sized doner kebab. Absolutely amazing. And also my colleague, who we'll call Dougie, also was a big fan of said kebab. Now, Dougie himself was a very handsome man. One of these guys who is just naturally handsome. You know, like a kind of case catalogue, cardigan wearing, pointing to the sky and smirking and schmooting, lips in the eyes, all this kind of nonsense. Very handsome guy, had no end of female suitors looking to be his friend, including the kebab. So we'll call her the kebab. The kebab then had made it very clear that she was keen on Dougie coming back to her place that evening and supplying some sweet garlic sauce to her spicy doner meat. So they had agreed to meet together at the end of the night. They did so. They went to Dougie's car, a little Ford Fiesta. They drove away into the night, and that's the last I saw of them until I heard from Dougie the next day. It turns out they'd gone back to the kebab's house, and it was a first floor flat. Into the house they went. In the living room, TV on for some background noise. She'd gone away to get changed out of the kebab costume into something more comfortable. Had said she'd make him a coffee. Came back with a coffee, dressed only in her undergarments. Clearly no messing around, straight to business. So of course, Dougie and the kebab get to some heavy petting, and it's just getting to the interesting parts when the kebab stops and goes, "Oh, I'm really sorry, I need to go and check on Bambi," because intermittently he could hear the occasional knock and bang through the house. He thought it might be a flatmate, and he said, "Oh, have you got a pet? Is it a dog or a cat?" And he said, "Oh, come and see." So, led by the kebab, who's now completely naked, Dougie, who's probably well on the way too as well, they lead through to the spare bedroom of this flat, and the kebab opens the door, and the smell of farmyard hits Dougie in the face seemingly, and sudden panic when he's face to face with what looks like a 6 foot tall llama. So a llama, a full-size llama in the spare bedroom of this flat. He's looking at the llama. The llama's looking at him. The kebab is giving it, "Oh, I think he likes you. He's a good judge of character. Oh, just say hello, Bambi." And she says, "Say hello, Bambi." Bambi unleashes a good 500 milliliters of spit into Dougie's face. So Dougie races out of there, back through the living room, grabs his clothes, he runs out the front door, terrified by this 6 foot tall llama just spat in his face, runs out the front door, carrying his clothes, jumps in the Ford Fiesta, and he's gone into the night. But imagine being cock-blocked by a llama. That's wonderful. Cheerio.